Everything around us changes at an increasingly rapid pace, and we are struggling to keep up. Never before were there more changes in technology, our living conditions, family life, science, law enforcement, social structure, our spiritual life, and all parts of humanity. Usually our media talks about stress and pressure from modern society itself, but rarely about social relationships and the breakdown of families in the modern world. It seems there has been a terrible decline, and people are constantly struggling and fighting with each other. Although most of us have more material security than ever before in history, many people experience feelings of insecurity and a lack of satisfaction with their lives. Many in modern society only try to grab some money, and they think that's the normal way of life. It seems that everything we know is uncertain these days. All traditional values are constantly being replaced. Nothing is stable, and materialism has become the dogma of our time. But materialism doesn't help people achieve happiness. We all have the feeling that there is something wrong with the world. Everyone would like to do something about it to make it better, but we feel powerless or don't know where to start. We have food and money, so theoretically our lives should be harmonious and easygoing, but instead they are plagued by loneliness, anxiety, anger and depression. Social relationships are getting ever worse. People divorce and fight all day long, and they are lonelier and more depressed. The harmonious family is threatened by extinction. As a result, people consume drugs and try to dampen their angst, which in turn deepens their addiction. Divorce rates are extremely high in many countries, and they are rising. It is more common for couples to have children outside of marriage, creating uncertainty in their family's future. In Sweden today, less than 24% of children are born with two married parents. Single households are a quickly rising trend. In Sweden, a staggering 47% of the population live alone. Seniors pass away in loneliness in Western countries. Family members refuse to take care of them and leave them with strangers in nursing homes. Depression rates are very high. Around 30% of high school students in the US are depressed. In the UK, prescriptions for antidepressants increased by more than 5 times between 1990 and 2011. The general health of young people is much worse than that of their elders. There is an accelerated loss of spirituality. Atheism and materialism dominate modern thought. Though compared to the universe, the Earth is smaller than a bacterium, people don't believe in anything higher than themselves. Mass migration is taking place and putting great pressure on everybody, but will the migrants really be better off in their new country? Media promotes values that are detrimental to people, mixing truth with falsehood. It creates a fictitious world, convincing us it is reality, and keeps us prisoners in a state of confusion. TVs, computers, smartphones and video games have taken hold on people, making them forget about their families and real life. An interesting fact is that in countries where people have kept their traditional culture and spirituality, relationships are harmonious. People are balanced and healthier, with a better state of mind, and they focus on their families. If we look at ourselves, we are not so different from each other. We all want the same thing: happiness and harmony, with genuine friends and a stable family. This is possible if we all wake up and look at the root of our troubles, the constant replacing of real values with their opposite. Confucius said, "To put the world in order, we must first put the nation in order. To put the nation in order, we must first put the family in order. To put the family in order, we must first cultivate our personal life. We must first set our hearts right." We decided to take a different look at history, beyond GDP growth and what is written in the textbooks. We have investigated different schools of thought and other factors that led to the decadence of our culture.